and they worshiped me.
3 assembly lines and employees got the honor of driving the first of the new light trucks produced at the Kentucky Truck Plant. It's the start of production under a $650 million expansion. About 900 new employees already on the job.
I feel real good about it right now. I'm looking forward to 30 years at Ford.
Felt like world opportunities, really. Couldn't ask for more.
You have a chance to move up out here. Where I was in an office and it was like a dead end.
It means that Ford Motor Company is very proud of this plant, or we wouldn't have got the product. It means a whole lot to the whole community.
Ford Vice President James Donaldson gave 3,000 cheering employees a lot of credit.
And we are truly standing in the truck capital of the world by any standard.
Ford will hire another 600 employees in early 1995. It received 65,000 job applications in all.
The flu season is almost here. The most frequent victims are senior citizens. That's why the Jefferson County Health Department is targeting the elderly. Shots are being given at the clinic at the Urban Government Center. For most patients over 65, Medicare will pick up the cost. People with chronic conditions should also get a shot. The shots are effective for about 6 months. Flu season generally begins in late December. Now, to set up an appointment, you can call the Jefferson County Health Department. That number is 574-6340. We'll have this number for you again after sports.
It was a beautiful week of weather last week, but up next, John Belsky says this week won't be a repeat.
I don't think so. Stick around. We'll be right back.
When we get behind closed doors and we let our hair hang down, that's when I'm glad that I'm a man, 'cause no one knows what goes on behind closed doors.
If you keep trying to hide your problem, pretty soon you won't have to. Call Baptist East now and get help.
Behind closed doors.
If you want to learn more about flowers without joining the garden club, more about auto repair without hanging out at the garage, or more about hairstyles before showing up at a salon, call Real Consumer Tips at the beginning of selected categories in the Real Yellow Pages. Real Consumer Tips offers free advice on hundreds of subjects.
Karate utilizes kicks and strong punches.
So call and get a bigger kick out of karate before you go to class. Real Consumer Tips only in the Real Yellow Pages.
Smile! U.S. Auto Sales has hundreds of used cars, trucks, and vans. But before any vehicle becomes a U.S. Auto, we check 38 points. The engine, transmission, brakes, and more. Every U.S. Auto has a written guarantee.
Smile every time you turn the key. U.S. Auto's all a guarantee.
If the banks won't finance you, U.S. Auto will.
Let's compare these two babies. The baby on the left has a beating heart. So does the baby on the right. The baby on the left has arms, legs, fingers, and toes. So does the baby on the right. The baby on the left can turn and jump and kick. So can the baby on the right. The difference is, the baby on the left was just born, and the baby on the right would very much like to be. Life. What a beautiful choice.
Wave 3 Weather is brought to you by your local Jeep and Eagle dealers.
Startling information today in the Sulesky case.
Federal prosecutors say they have a recording of Thomas Sulesky admitting he disposed of the body of his 5-year-old daughter and implicating his wife Roxanne in the crime in October 1989. That was one of the revelations at a bond hearing today for the Suleskys. They are charged with lying to the FBI. Federal Magistrate William Clark refused to release the former Radcliffe couple on grounds they are a risk to flee prosecution. An FBI agent testified today. A 16-year-old stepdaughter, Nissa, taped Sulesky's incriminated statements with a hidden recorder. The agent also described graphic cases of ways the stepdaughter says Roxanne Sulesky abused the child. The FBI says the stepdaughter's affidavit reports Roxanne Sulesky killed 5-year-old Alex by putting her in plastic bags. Prosecutors say the tape is not a smoking gun.
This is a consideration for the magistrate on whether or not to release somebody, so that's why a lot more evidence came out today than has before.
Thomas Sulesky's attorney, Larry Simon, called the evidence only snippets.
We were just given a little bit of information and a small portion of that evidence. and I don't know if the evidence is going to be admissible in a trial. There's lots going to happen between now and the trial.
Prosecutor Cox also quotes the Hardin County Commonwealth Attorney as saying he will ask the grand jury to indict the Seleskis on murder charges.
A dreary day to start the work week off, and I'll tell you what, the weekend parts of it anyway were pretty nice. Got a chance to see the beautiful fall colors out there this weekend, John.
Yeah, it sure is pretty. Been some real nice colors, Alan, for about the next week, maybe 10 days, if we don't get one of these big windstorms that will blow all the leaves in everybody's yards there. And most of mine, yeah, spent yesterday afternoon doing a little leaf breaking. I'm sure many people starting to get into that now. Looking overhead, a little bit of blue sky, so we may see a few peaks of sun here before the sun goes down in just a short while. Currently in Louisville, though, mostly cloudy skies for the most part, and that's the way it's going to stay for the next day or so. 61 our temperature right now after a high today of 62, and the morning low reading was 53. Had a trace of rain today, maybe a couple of hundredths here and there, but for the most part, it's just been a few sprinkles around. Temperatures across the region pretty much in the upper 50s, lower 60s. The coolest up at Cleveland at a 53. Warmer air down in West Tennessee, Memphis checking in at 78 degrees right now. A frontal system has stalled out to the south of us. And look at all the clouds over the nation's midsection. At least the cold air staying well to the north of us in Canada. The only winter weather in the lower 48 today, several inches of snow around Cheyenne, Wyoming. That has now changed to a light rain, still snowing in the higher elevations outside the Cheyenne area at this point. This storm system will gradually be shifting into the nation's midsection in the next couple of days, keeping the clouds, keeping the chance of rain in there in the forecast. We've had a batch of rain moving mainly across Tennessee today. It spread, so you see a few light showers move through Louisville, but the steadier rains over the mountains of East Kentucky moving into West Virginia right now. Not a whole lot west of here, so generally a dry evening. A couple of sprinkles here or there. We got a light shower around Madison right now. A few dots showing up on the local radar, but that's about it. Okay, now for tomorrow, we are looking at a frontal system pushing to the north of us. That will bring some slightly warmer air in, keep the chance of rain in the forecast. Severe weather, Arkansas down through eastern Texas. The likeliest rain, greater than 50% chance, Kentucky and southern Indiana. And temperatures, again, 60s to 70s, getting a little closer. A couple of sprinkles for this evening. The showers a little bit more numerous later tonight, low 55. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy again, 68, some showers or a thunderstorm from time to time. And on the 5-day forecast, still a chance of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, but warming up to 75. Cooler, but clearing skies after that. And not too cool, really, with highs in the upper 60s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Super snapshot sent in from Angela and Billy Newkirk Jr. of Louisville. Virginia Beach looked pretty there. A couple days later, the clouds moved in, and it looked a little rough, and those things can happen not only at the beach, but around here also. A couple of pretty shots, though.
Neat pictures.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, John. Louisville Golf Course has a chance to become one of the world's elite.
Besides the PGA Championship, the Ryder Cup could be coming to Louisville. We'll have that story next.
It comes with a 56-inch diagonal viewing area, stereo